name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about data privacy and the European Union's Artificial Intelligence Act. The EU Artificial Intelligence Act went into effect August of 2024. There are certain provisions within the act that will be coming into full force within the next 6 to 36 months. This is a huge achievement for the European Union. They're the first huge block of jurisdictions to come into a AI regulation. So people are looking very closely at what the European Union is doing. The big picture is for any company that is handling data of people in the European Union, they need to really think about what the AI Act says. Similar to the General Data Protection Regulation, this regulation has extraterritorial reach. There are also fines that are associated with companies not doing the right thing with data of individuals in the EU. So some of the big things you need to know about the EU AI Act: there are categories of risk that companies need to think about when they're thinking about AI models. There are certain things that are banned. So certain types of use cases are banned within the EU because they're considered unacceptable in terms of risk. There are different rules for different risk levels. So if companies, for example, let's say companies who have been using AI for a long time, they really hadn't thought about AI in this particular scheme in terms of risk levels, they really need to do that. For companies that are new to artificial intelligence, they need to also look at this to see where their use of artificial intelligence falls within this rating system. There are going to be different obligations for those different roles that companies play. So you'll have to figure out, depending on the AI use case, are you a provider, a deployer, an importer? There are also some other roles that you may play. So there are different obligations for people, for organizations, depending on the role that they play and the particular data uses that they have. There are fines from 7.5 to 35 million euros, or 1.5% of global worldwide revenue, all the way up to 7% of global worldwide revenue. When the General Data Protection Regulation came out, and their highest fine was 4% of global worldwide revenue, people were really shocked. So obviously the European Union is taking this very seriously, where their higher fine is at 7%. The European Union also is putting into play different offices. They have different regulatory bodies that they're putting into service. For example, they're going to have an AI office, similar to perhaps what Spain has done. Spain was actually the first European country to have an AI office, so it's going to be really interesting to see. I think one of the shocking things that companies may not realize about the AI Act is that if they are, for example, let's say they're in business with a company that may have a high-risk AI use case and it's not going well, maybe they are having a problem aligning with this regulation, there may be additional risks to maybe parent companies, investors, affiliates, any type of company that's affiliated with a company where they're doing any type of decision making around artificial intelligence and data that's happening, the data that is being used about people. So I think, this is a huge regulation. I think it will be enormously influential around the world, similar to the General Data Protection Regulation, where I don't see other jurisdictions taking on what the European Union has done wholesale, but there will be a lot of the language, there will be a lot of the structure that we see in this bill trickle down into other jurisdictions. And so I'm really excited to see how that plays out and how influential that'll be in laws around the world. That's it. Thank you.